Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently taking over the L cluster. Slowly, but actually not all that slowly, now that I think about it. It's going reasonably swiftly, considering. We are currently working on getting the first combat fleet fully bulked up, so that'll be okay. And we should also probably work on our planets here. This industrial world does need a structure. We don't really need consumer goods right now, although we likely will later on, but I definitely want to put in a Ministry of Production just to boost that. That would be fantastic. This agro world currently has a specialist unemployment slot. I wish we knew how long it was going to be before the necrophage happened. That would be useful information. Unfortunately, I don't think the game tells us that. So we're going to just leave that for now. This is a specialist unemployment on Belgium Prime, and I do think that we should definitely put in an alloy megaforge here to solve that little problem. Okay, on Gothra Prime, we are at 35 population. It's not ideal. I would love to be at 40 plus so that we can put in a research institute. But I think we're just going to put in a research lab, assuming we don't have any exotic goods that we can grab for free. And it doesn't look like we do, just exotic goods that... No, not a mineral purification plant. What am I doing? Exotic goods that we are going to have to pay a hefty amount for is what we've got right now. We have 2 worker unemployments on Batrac Prime. This is, of course, a generator world. Economically, we're doing fine. We could upgrade our planetary administration, and that would actually solve the issue. Okay, that sounds good. On Mufrid Prime, this is a forge world. We definitely want to upgrade to alloy megaforges. How are we doing on volatile motes? We are fine on volatile motes. Great. This is a combination power and science world. We are going to switch this over to be a tech world at this point, and let's just go ahead and put in a research lab. Excellent. This is a forge world here. Oh, barely got to my mute button there. That was exciting. This is a forge world here. We don't have a planetary capital, so we can't put in a Ministry of Production, which is unfortunate. So I think it'll just be an alloy foundry. Excellent. And there's our worlds, good to go. We can actually reach into the shroud here. Oh, one thing I wanted to point out. At the very end of the last episode, an event popped up that I clicked through but didn't really talk about. It was this entity disappearing. So I guess that just timed out. So that's the thing. It was not our shroud, or rather our psionic avatar up here. It was the one that we failed to grab. Okay, so let's grab the shroud here, and we'll reach into that. What do we got? We found a tiny space within the shroud that has a concentration of psionic energy that is of a magnitude we have never before seen. Any psychic that has managed to successfully tap into this pocket of raw energy would become immensely powerful. There's only enough for a single individual, and there are risks involved. There are only 3 individuals in the entire Grim Council that possess the psionic strength needed to tap into this energy pocket with any hope of survival. Who should it be? I wish it told us more about what these risks that are involved are. We're going to go with the guy with the high probability of success. It's done. The entire shroud seems to shudder as the psionic energy pocket is drained and its power transferred to Buston. Only a handful of individuals in the history of the entire galaxy has been gifted with psionic strength of this magnitude. May the spirits have mercy on our souls. Buston is now a chosen one. Okay, that's going to be interesting. We'll have to see what that ends up meaning. Now, this combat fleet is, I believe, actually complete right now. Nefri's Pride. Oh, is this from over here? The armed vessel in orbit of I-110935 is an abandoned military spacecraft called Nefri's Pride. Its light frame and evasion hardware suggests it was built for long-distance patrol missions, but it has since been retrofitted into a long-range stealth bomber. Regardless of the ship's... This is records. What am I talking about? Oh boy. Records of the ship's comms reveal it was hijacked by a rebel guerrilla on its way to perform a strike against a secret complex called the Zavan Labs, I'm gonna go with, said to hold a weapon so powerful it could win them the war when they were shot down. We've extracted the ship's destination from its navigational drive. We could explore the lab, or we could gain 50 influence. We're going to explore the lab. I have no idea what that's going to lead to. I've never seen this event before. Where is the situation lab? Or the situation log, rather. That's in Wasat. Noted. We're going to recruit up a science ship here. This guy's not psionic. That's interesting. Okay, go research that. That'll take him some time to get there, but that is completely fine. Okay. So the first combat fleet is nearing completion. We do still have... Who just popped in? I just saw a neutral fleet pop into terminal egress there. I don't know about that. I can't say that I'm a fan. Trans ones have been massacred on Zeober Prime. That's probably good, honestly. Just happened again? Maybe that's actually our reinforcement fleets. Oh no, that's kind of odd. So do we have this battleship queued up? Like, is this constructing somewhere, or... is it in transit? I can't remember.
A study has been completed.
Regardless, there's gene modification points. Not like we're probably going to be utilizing that. That's not exactly good for good for our society's ethics. Let's go for hyper entertainment forums, I guess. That'll do. Aerostat colonies. A ruined network of aerostat colonies dating back at least 3 millennia can be found in low orbit of this gas giant. Their original function appears to have been gas mining, but they have since been abandoned and reoccupied by many different races and pirate groups. The colonies have been thoroughly stripped of anything even remotely valuable, but the mere fact that they are still aloft after all this time makes them an interesting subject of engineering research. Excellent. We do have unspent civic points. That is expected, of course.
Construction venture completed.
Wodriax has completed its queue. That's great. Good for you, Wodriax. Now the question is, how much does a battleship actually cost? 1388. We're currently lacking 54. Okay, so we will know in 1 month tick whether we have this queued up or not. I'm guessing we don't. It should have been here by now, I would think. But I thought that we did. Okay, we did not have that queued up. Okay, let's go ahead and grab... Oh, we're making plenty of food, honestly. We can grab cyto-revitalization centers. That will be handy for us. And I think we're going to go ahead and head out this direction. We are going to need a science ship over there, actually. And we're waiting on this anomaly to get investigated before we can do that. Fossils from what appears to be several species of aquatic animals have been found on the barren and airless surface of WPR-89T. There are indications that the surrounding asteroid belt was created from the remains of a shattered planet, and these findings seem to confirm that theory. Judging by the fossils, the planet supported life and was at least partially covered by water. Fascinating indeed. Okay, so we definitely want to get this station here upgraded a bit. So let's do that. Let's also build this starbase. And we are heading over to terminal egress. I would like to explore this system. So let's see what is over there. And then we can try to push up through all of these eventually. This fleet is now, I would say, powerful enough to theoretically be able to hold this if they come in with a single Tempest shoal. If they come in with a bunch of Tempest shoals, we're going to have a problem. But I'm hoping that that will not be the case.
A special project is complete.
Okay, so we see a single Tempest shoal over there. Our scientists have returned from the X-Van lab's Zavan, I'm not sure, unscathed with footage collected from the facility's security cameras. It shows lab scientists bound and gagged as guerrilla soldiers pry open the weapon strongbox. But to their dismay, the box is empty. Only minutes later, the rebels can be seen writhing on the floor in intense agony, dark patches swelling across their bodies. Then their skin rips, and a gray, unidentifiable matter spills out. The matter continues to expand, swirling hypnotically around them, until one of the scientists activates the emergency system. Sprinklers douse the room in liquid, and an electrical surge passes through it, executing all living things. Here the footage ends. Our crew can confirm that the strongbox was indeed empty. Or was it? That sounds like nanites. Okay, so you're piecing out of there. That's great. Next, I want to pop up here and see what's in that system. Excellent. We'll get our mining and research stations done over there, and cyto-revitalization centers have finished up. I guess we will go for this tile blocker clearance next. These guys can pop on over to Turim.
A science vessel is under attack.
Okay. Noted. 2 Tempest shoals. Get out of there. Good job. We should have no problem dealing with this Tempest shoal. We'll take a few losses probably, but nothing major. Excellent. Return back to terminal egress. And actually, the first combat fleet is going to go all the way back to Canopus, where it is, of course, going to get reinforced, or rather repaired. The third combat fleet can shift into terminal egress to help hold that. The second combat fleet will continue to get reinforced. The science ship here, if I can get the game paused and get back up there. There we go. The science ship here definitely needs to survey this system. The Clagian Fellowship is a little behind us, actually. So that is fantastic. They appear to be going up this way, trying to see if there's anything there. They're not going to succeed at that. Necrophaging is happening. We should probably check in on our worlds. Yeah, Elthier Prime needs a structure. We will go ahead and put in a research lab here. There we go. Zeober Prime is having some unemployment. Let's upgrade our gene clinics. Anywhere where we have unemployment. That'll be some super cheap unemployment. Well, not super cheap, actually. That is going to be taking exotic gases, which we have a limited supply of, but that's okay. No more gas extraction wells here, right? And no more moat harvesting traps? Yeah. Okay, so we're simply going to put in a research lab there. Fantastic. This battleship should be finishing up here soon-ish. And we will go ahead and reinforce the first combat fleet with what we need, which looks like a destroyer, a cruiser, and 3 corvettes. Sounds good. Deep Crust Engineering finishing up. I guess we'll take crime and amenities increase. Well, crime decrease and amenities increase. That'll be fine. And once we are done with that, we will move up over here. Now, I keep doing that. I want to select this guy and see how close we are to getting this upgraded. Okay, we're pretty close. Noted. The first combat fleet can now move back over here now that it has been repaired. So that is fantastic. Ultimately, I want to have this station strong enough to hold this system because we're going to be attacked here when we go to war. There's no doubt about that. We're going to put in a pair of gun batteries, rather, and we're also going to put in a target uplink computer for right now and then upgrade that to a Starhold. That'll keep that busy for a while. Wonderful. Let's see, we are, I believe, only going to be missing a cruiser at this point. Where? Pair of tempest shoals up here. Noted. A slightly obnoxious, but we are going to go deal with them. I believe I didn't select all of these. I want all of these guys selected, thank you very much. Yeah, they're going to take this station out for sure.
A spaceport has been lost to
Yep.
the other side.
I'm hoping they're not going to attack Jagrad, and that we get up there in time. I can't help but notice we're not moving. Guys, get up there.
A system survey.
Thank you. Okay. Battleship hull points, that's really, really good for us. Let's go ahead and take City District housing, I guess. And then as far as this goes, I suppose we could do clone armies. All of these are super cheap and not hugely interesting. Okay. We caught one of the Tempest shoals, at least. Note they're both there. Yeah, that's both of them. Fantastic.
A hostile fleet has appeared to us.
Where? Yeah, I'm aware of that hostile fleet. Okay. Another Tempest shoal coming in over here. That is obnoxious. Come on, guys. That timing, though.
Station has been lost.
Okay. We'll do that. And now we're going to immediately come back to terminal egress. Directionality of these Tempest shoals, slightly irritating. Okay. More than slightly, actually. Well, we'll take this one out. I knew we were going to get attacked again soon. It was only a matter of time. Okay, so we're going to move back to here. We're going to take our first, second, and third combat fleets, and we're going to send them over for repairs. We're very unlikely to get attacked again for a little while here, but we're going to leave the Psionic avatar here, just in case. Yeah, these stations were abandoned. Okay, finish up that research station, and then come up over here.
Construction venture completed.
There you go. Excellent.
Study has been completed.
These Tempest shoals are being jerks. Eventually we'll be able to clear them out, though. We are making progress on that front. Let's grab selected lineages, I guess. That'll do. That science ship isn't doing anything, nor is this one. This one should be brought over to Canopus, and it should be assisting research here. Excellent. Now we're going to reinforce the first combat fleet. I do notice that we did not lose any battleships, although look at this. Look at the hull points on this battleship. 453. We would have lost that without that 802 battleships that just came through. That is great. I'm very happy to see that. Okay, the third combat fleet has been repaired.
A study has been completed.
That is great. Let's go ahead and I think... Honestly, these are all really mediocre. Okay, we'll just grab that. We're just cruising through a lot of these very, very mediocre techs. That's fine. Second combat fleet should be repaired quite soon. There we go. Over to terminal egress. And the first combat fleet as well. Leviathan has been vanquished. We are also powerful enough to vanquish some of the Leviathans in our territory, but we have bigger fish to fry right now. We'll get this starbase built. And as soon as we do that, we need to come over here and build this starbase. Okay, an alien federation, sure. Yeah, our stations here are decaying. So we need to get over here ASAP. It'll take some time to get that influence, but that's okay. Okay, let's reinforce this fleet. I think that might be... Is that a cruiser? Let's check. Yeah, that's a cruiser. So I think that's the first combat fleet now ready to go. Fantastic. Let's start working on citadels, even though we're a ways away from really being able to utilize that in terms of our alloys. We've arrived here. We're lacking 9 influence to build this starbase. Now we're lacking 5. It's going to be 2 more month ticks. Okay. Let's explore this system, just so that we can move our combat ships into it. That'll be fine. Reinforce that one more time. That'll get that. Okay, a single tempest shoal. That's not a problem. Fine. We're going to move over here, and we're going to explore that system. Excellent. Okay, next up, we will grab, I think, Hollow Temples. That'll be fine. And then the question is, we really don't have the influence to activate the Warforge, now that I think about it. That's not... I don't think that's an option. I really, really don't. These cruisers are going to be done soon, so that's great. And then we will continue reinforcing the second combat fleet for right now. We are up to 200 alloys per month currently. We definitely need more. This Forge World here, we could definitely put in... Can we get a Ministry of Production on here? Do we already have one? No, we don't. Ministry of Production it is. Fantastic. Let's upgrade to site our revitalization chamber here. And on this world, honestly, just hydroponics farms will do. And then this is a mining world here. We have some jobs available. We are going to put in 3 mining districts. Excellent. Just waiting on this cruiser and this corvette to finish up, actually. Just the one cruiser. Okay, 2 Grey Tempest shoals over there. We will... Okay, I was tempting fate with that. Fair enough. We'll go ahead and queue up another science vessel.
Construction venture completed.
Okay, and we are actually going to... We're lacking 45 influence. We're going to queue that up, and then move there. Okay, we got to get these nanites, at any rate. We're kind of losing some nanites right now. Other temples, and let's grab Commerce Megaplexes next, I believe. That will be relatively okay. That cruiser is done, so let's get that science ship up over here. We will, of course, need a scientist to put in there, and this guy will do. Excellent. The first combat fleet and the Psionic avatar can head out into Gardener. And there we will run into 2 Tempest shoals. We're actually going to bring the second combat fleet as well, shortly after. The third combat fleet will stay in terminal egress. Actually, we may as well bring it. Like, if we're going to get attacked, it'll be... They'll come in this way, this way, this way, or this way. But I think we're unlikely to be attacked at this time. So let's take these guys down. We definitely took some losses there. There's no doubt about that. Okay. We're now going to pull back. The first combat fleet... We did definitely take losses. We're going to pull them back to there. They need repairs. The Psionic Avatar we lost, didn't we? Yeah, we did. We definitely did. Okay. Noted. And these guys need repairs as well. So back they come. Well, that's okay. We got that system cleared. Temporarily, anyway. We'll get started on surveying it for right now. And we are going to need to continue to reinforce. And so we shall. We can also probably think about buying alloys at this point. Like, we can purchase in 2,500 plus another 1,250 without any problems. And then utilize that to reinforce this fleet. Excellent. We need our influence right now, so I don't want to run the Warforge. Resources from jobs. Yes, please. That'll be great.
A study has been completed.
Okay, there's our citadels ready to go. Mega engineering. I mean, we are going to need that. So that'll be fine. And then as far as this goes, we can grab our governor level cap or enforcers reducing crime. That leads to resource output from workers, so we will definitely work on that, I think. And with that, it is pretty much time to put a cut in here, but we did make some gains in the L cluster, so that is fantastic to see. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.